So if you don't know how you get Lyme disease, a tick bites you, sucks in a little bit of your blood, and then it spits out their blood into you. So I have Lyme disease, and now that tick has HPV. I'm Tori Piskin. I do stand-up, I make videos, I have a podcast. I have Lyme disease. In my senior year of college, I was having blurry vision. I was sleeping like 14 hours a day. Like it felt like The Exorcist, like the devil was inside of me. Something was just off, I just felt it. I remember getting the diagnosis, telling my friend across the street, it's Lyme disease. And then she was like, oh, my dad had it 4 times, you're gonna be fine. And I just like keep playing that in my head over and over again because it just like really was never fine again. Lyme disease has been one word, hell. I really thought it was just gonna be like a flu or something. I had no idea it was just gonna be this like long health journey. I feel like Lyme disease is kind of like that guy you're not in a serious relationship with, but will like come in and out of your life when he just feels needy. Like, it's been a month, he texted me, he's tired, he's having headaches. The analogy's going nowhere, but you guys get what I'm saying. Because I feel like it just comes up out of nowhere and I have like no idea when it's gonna happen. I would say fatigue is the biggest symptom I still deal with, but it's not like, oh, okay, I'm getting tired. It literally feels like rocks are on you. When I used to have like a 9-to-5 job, I would go to the bathroom and like put my head on the toilet and then like take a nap. It also has these like awful headaches. It literally feels like someone's in your brain with a hammer like, numbness in the legs, blurry vision. You know when you wake up in the middle of the night and your eyes take a little while to adjust? I was having that throughout the whole day. I think the hardest thing to treat is if you have like neurological symptoms and you don't really know how to describe it and you don't know why. When it was really bad, it felt like I was in a scary movie walking around the city. At any moment you feel like something's gonna jump out. That was just like another very weird, specific symptom that I was having that I was like, this isn't me, I don't know what the hell's going on. But I think with any autoimmune or anxiety, it's always a constant struggle and you kind of learn how to deal with it. I started making a lot of videos because I got a port put in my arm. And then for the next like 8 to 9 months, I did IV antibiotics. I was bedridden, and that's when I started editing and making all my own videos. I would say it really helped me find another part of my comedy that maybe I would have not found before the Lyme.
And then he leaned in, he's like, it's not contagious, is it? And I was like, only for the ones that don't text me back. So he has Lyme disease now.
No, I've never experienced the symptoms while performing. Even if I'm feeling symptoms before, the moment I get on stage, it like all goes away. I've had shows where I do my Lyme disease jokes and then people will come up to me and they'll be like, oh, I actually have Lyme. I've struggled with that. It's like really nice to hear someone else talk about that. They do call it an invisible disease because you don't look sick. And I feel like when I had the PICC line, it was the one time people believed me that I was sick because it was like, oh, this is serious. She has an IV hanging from her arm. Unfortunately, Lyme disease is like very hard to detect. People literally go years thinking it's MS, thinking it's lupus. So I feel so lucky that I got to get the treatment. I'm now freelancing, I'm doing videos, I do comedy, which is great because I really can make my own schedule. If I need to like close my eyes at 4 o'clock, I can. Everyone has something they deal with. It's okay to say your struggles. I feel like the best way to sign off as someone with Lyme disease is just to be like, signing off. That was me going to sleep. All right, let me do it again. Take 2.